1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Dwyer Stadium for more baseball. Just like that, doesn't take long. 2-day break, really one full day break. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Dwyer Stadium for more baseball. Just like that, doesn't take long. 2-day break. Muckdogs really playing at home. Break. 1, 2, 3. Niagara Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Dwyer Stadium for more baseball. Just like that, doesn't take long. 2-day break. Muckdogs really playing at home on their 5th. 1, 2, 3. Niagara Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at Dwyer Stadium for more baseball. Just like that, doesn't take long. 2-day break. Muckdogs playing at home on their 5th. How are you?
Doing really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night.
At Dwyer Stadium for more baseball. Just like that, doesn't take long. 2-day break.
Now it's starting to cool down. It's very nice. Doing really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night. Finally starting to get cool. Very nice. Now it's starting to cool down. It's very nice. Doing really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night. Finally starting to get cool. Very nice. Now it's starting to cool down. It's very nice. Doing really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night. Finally starting to get cool. Very nice. Now it's starting to cool down. It's very nice. Doing really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night. Finally starting to get cool. Very nice. Now it's starting to cool down. It's very nice. Doing really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night. Finally starting to get cool. Very nice. Now it's starting to cool down. It's very nice. Doing really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night. Finally starting to get cool. Very nice. Now it's starting to cool down. Really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night. Finally starting to get cool. Very nice. Now it's starting to cool down. Really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night. Finally starting to get cool. Very nice. Now it's starting to cool down. Really good, Grayson. It's a beautiful night. Finally starting to get cool.
Trying to reconnect here are the Muckdogs, and we'll see how they can get things going. But at that time, Jarrett, you see the skid that they're in. They're trying to dig themselves out. What do you think they got to do in today's game going into that?
Yeah, so I had an interview with Coach Skip that maybe we'll see later in these next few games, and he keeps saying that they right now have to battle through this adversity right now, and it's just how he's going to be able to coach these boys tonight. Niagara came on Tuesday to move in for these players, and this is their second game. You've now played 5 games. You got a little bit of the advantage right now.
They sure do. They sure do. But moving on to things right now, you can see the coaches being introduced on the sideline. We're going through the lineup here at Dwyer Stadium alone. You just were able to go through that. We are noticing we did have some microphone issues with our ambient sound being slightly glitched and double over. We do believe we've gotten that fixed for now. We are attempting to look into it. We are reading chat, trying to monitor. Thank you. All right, good to know, good to know. We apologize for that. We were having issues with the webcam mic according to our ambience, which now has gotten fixed. So we'll do a little bit of a recap of what we were saying while it was doubled. Won't have to go through the entire thing. Of course, we went through the lineups. We'll go through that once quickly more. Starting things off, Jalen David, followed by Luke Wabisky, Evan Brock, Jalen Roque, Kyle Vaughn, Braden I, Joey Socorro, James Quintero, Jacob Vesco, and Miles Manel. Starting for tonight's game, Mason Davey on the mound. For the Americans, Anthony Savino, Derek Guzmandi, Cooper Rowell, Valdio Santos, Thomas Marcato, Matt Ganschau, Tom Rohan, Justin Gladfelter, Logan Stickler, Ryotaro Munakata. And on the mound for the Americans, Vincent Favada. So those are your lineups for both these teams accordingly. As we mentioned, we have wonderful weather here at Dwyer Stadium. Moving forward, like we said, there is the last of your introduction for your Batavia Muckdogs. Again, plenty of sponsors going around here. But we'll be returning here as we turn your attention to the American flag for the national anthem. We'll be right back after this. And fans, we are back one more time here at Dwyer Stadium. Here we have the ceremonial first pitch being thrown out. And there we go. We're all set up here for baseball. And I can tell you, that's what we're going to deliver here at Dwyer Stadium on YouTube. Right now, we're going to quickly look at Jarrett's talking points today. Before we get things started off, Jarrett, take me through them.
All right, so first things first, they got to set the tone early. They right now have about 3 games ahead on Niagara, as this is only their second game. You cannot give this team a kind of lead playing with this kind of firepower. Work the count a little bit. They need to start walking balls. They're really good at stealing bags. People like Jalen David, Glenn Brooks, these are guys that really love to steal bags and stuff that can advance runners, get them in stolen, get some runs on the board. Limit errors. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, against Jamestown, they had a lot of pass ball mistakes, stolen bases that they overthrew, which led to runners in scoring position that Jamestown was able to cash in. They cannot be doing that. It helps this team more if they can make these plays and not worry about these runners. And close out the game. Yet 2 days ago, they weren't able to get the job done. They had to go to extra innings. But if they close out the game today, we might see them get back into the winning corner.
Couldn't agree more. Right now, as your Muckdogs are on defense first, we'll quickly look over that in terms of positioning. So right now on the mound, as stated, Mason Davey, Joey Socorro as your catcher, James Quintero on first. Second, Braden I. Over at short, Miles Manel, rounding things off for the infield, third baseman, Evan Brock. Starting things for the outfield, Kyle Vaughn over in left, Jalen David as your center fielder today. And in the right field, Jacob Vesco, rounding things out. So like we said, a lot of new rotations. Still always people trying to find new positions to play, try them out. Again, early in the season, this is only their 5th game. And we can look at the schedule, but things are going to get really complicated. Excuse me, not complicated, but really crammed. We have a 3-game stretch coming up for here. One here will also be at home, and then we'll be on the road, followed by a 2-game break, and then 12 straight baseball games for the Muckdogs. So lots to come here for Batavia as we start things up here, as we're finally in the box and ready to get things underway. As that one, the first pitch is going to be fouled off for strike one. That one going to be outside for ball number 1 as well. His third pitch will be high for ball number 2, 2-1 count. Mason Davey right now, standing at 6 foot, 190-pound freshman infielder, pitcher from Genesee Community College. As that one finds the box for strike 2. 8 appearances during his freshman season at GCC. Davey contributed both on the mound and at the plate, posting a 3.63 ERA while producing 40 hits and 25 RBIs. The deal here, that one going to be low. Or no, that's going to be strike 3. A little late on the call, and that's going to be it. So 1 out for Mason Davey. And he's already got a K looking. Now in the box for the Americans, designated here for today, number 13, Derek Gosmati. That one won't find the box. Go for ball 1. Again, all the Americans so far in terms of stats, only 1 game under their belt. That one goes up high, 2-0 count. Gosmati, again, 1 game played, 1 game started. He had 5 at-bats during that game, only recording 1 hit to his name so far. That one won't find the box either. Quick 3-0 count for Davey. That one is going to go for ball number 4. So 4 pitches, 4 balls, and the Americans get on base with a walk. Cooper Wowell, third baseman, number 6 for the Americans. Cooper had 2 at-bats in his previous game, recording 1 hit, that being a double. Was able to get 2 RBIs to his name as well. The pickoff attempt here, no good. A little bit of a scare. Derek Gosmati out there on first base. But again, we turn our attention to Cooper Wowell. That one fouled off. over the stands into the parking lot. So one thing we noticed about Niagara Falls is compared to a lot of other teams, like we said, only one game under their belt. They were late to start the season compared to a lot of others. Like we were here 3 weeks ago getting things set up for the Muckdog season, so we had a full week of preparation as interns. Then follow that up by late in that week starting things up for actual baseball activity. So that one goes for ball one, 1-1 count. Unlike Niagara Falls, which has been delayed just with general start time of their season. Pickoff attempt there, no good. Looking to deal here, and he will, and that one is going to be inside for ball number 2, 2-1 count. As it stands, only 4 teams have played one game. That, again, one of them being Niagara Falls. That one goes for strike number 2, so 2-2 count. Every other team has played at least 3 or more. So their schedule going to be jam-packed, trying to make up for those. So that one goes for a ball, so we've reached full count once more. Trying to avoid putting a runner in scoring position is Davey. The payoff. That one, strike 3, the attempt for the steal. And they got him there. No steal and the strikeout with it. Makes up for the walk. And there it is, 3 outs for your Muckdogs defense. And they're going to hitting real quick right after that. Putting up easy work on defense.
And Grayson, that's how you set the tone right there. You didn't have a single ground ball. You let your pitcher come in and do it himself. And what a beautiful play by Joey Socorro, getting the punch out and then immediately throwing it to second base to get the runner out on that stolen base attempt.
It was great for defense off the steal attempt. Joey Socorro able to make it look easy. That's one of the things you mentioned or were referring to with your keys to the game. Got to limit errors. Like you said, we were able to see a few of those faults off the pickoff attempts from the off the stolen bases. And this time they do it successfully. They're going 1 for 1 on that. Right now, as the Americans take the field, we'll go show their defense. So on the mound is Vincent Favada. At catcher, number 9, Tom Rohan. At first base, Thomas Marcotte. At second is Justin Gladfelter. Shortstop, that being Anthony Savino. And at third, Cooper Wowell. That rounds out your infield. Looking towards the outfield, though, left fieldman Matt Ganchow. Jeez. Every game, I mention this all the time to you, Jarrett. They get more interesting, I swear. Center fieldman Rautero Moncada, and at right field, Vidal Santos. So we'll hope that I have those pronunciations somewhat in the ballpark. We'll hope so. As that rounds out the Niagara Falls Americans defense. Looking at the starting 3 for the Muckdogs, Jalen David. On deck, Luke Robinski. And in the hole, Evan Brock. Jalen David right now has started all 4 games for the Muckdogs. 13 at-bats, has recorded 5 hits, 3 runs scored, a double and a triple in his last game as well. As the first pitch goes for a strike, catches the inside part of the box. That's going to go for an 0-1 count.
And Grayson, having Jalen David on base would be a really good sign for stolen bases. Right now, he is second on the team with stolen bases with 4. Only one being first is Glenn Brooks, who has 7.
You are right, as he has 4 stolen bases to his name. He's not been caught stealing. That one going for a low ball, so 1-1 count. Jalen David standing at 5'10", 175-pound sophomore utility player from Holy Family University. That one. Another ball, so 2-1 count. Coming off a strong freshman campaign, David led the Tigers with 54 hits while earning CACC Rookie of the Week honors twice. This season, for Holy Family University, he has battled a .352 through 39 games, collecting 51 hits. Another ball as well, so 3-1 count. David has been walked twice, which does not lead the team. That's going to go to Glenn Brooks, being walked a total whopping 5 times already. That one fouled off behind him, so we've reached full count. Take their time setting up. Jalen David, again, trying to set the tone early for his team. He did in the last game, like as mentioned, recording a triple. So he knows how to get it done. We'll see if he can get it done here. The pitch, that one, sent over to left field, and it's going to be caught by the left fieldman, Matt Genchow. Able to get underneath it, didn't really have to move, so David getting a piece of it, just not where he wants it to land. The Americans post up 1 out. Now open the box for the Muckdogs, Luke Rybinski. Luke standing at 6 foot, 200-pound freshman catcher from SUNY Niagara. As that one goes for a strike, nice movement to come back in the box on that ball. He's appeared in 14 games, SUNY Niagara, batting a .323 with 9 RBIs, 11 runs scored, while batting in 9 runs as well.
And Grayson, last game, Luke Rybinski went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He's hoping to keep it going in this game today.
That one goes for a ball, so 1-1 count. That one going to be high, 2-1 count. So early on, Favada falling behind in counts. He's going to have to look to get that fixed, as it's already inning 1. But again, plenty of baseball to be played. The pitch there, that one high behind the catcher, 3-1 count. Again, once more, we would like to say that Dwyer Stadium, again, is very well packed today. Playing an impact always are the fans here. That's no different today. The pitch here, that one's going to hit the dirt. Luke will trot over to first base. So the Muckdogs now finally are able to touch a bag with a walk. Evan Brock now standing in the box. 1 out so far. Man on first for your Batavia Muckdogs. We mentioned all these numbers, and one of the statistics, it's now been updated to 25, of course, is how many walks this team generates. As that one goes for low, so ball 1. 25 is ranked 7th within the league, so quite a lot of teams being able to walk early, and that's not surprising given the fact that no team has played more than 5 games. So it's early on into every team's pitching rotation, finding the right guys, and just getting their arms generally warmed up for what is a long baseball season. That one going low for ball number 2.
And Grayson, especially with like the whole 12 game straight coming, you got to figure out right now like who's the guys that you would want to play more games, what's your starting 5 rotations going to look like. It's stuff that you got to figure out before you do these long stretches of baseball games.
As that one finds the box and goes 2-1. But in terms of pitching, the Muckdogs find themselves doing all right. That one, ball 3, so 3-1 count. In total of ERA for the team, they rank 4th with a 4.63, best being the Auburn at 2.57. Auburn Doubledays, Newark Pilots, and Utica Blue Sox ahead of the Muckdogs in that category. That one inside, so another walk. Evan Brock goes to first. Jalen Roque, now your designated hitter for today, steps up into the box. But again, like we said, and of course, you got to take into account that 2 of those teams ahead of the Muckdogs have only played 1 game. So their ERA isn't really settled as an official number.
Right, Grayson. Another thing that we got to mention is opponents' batting average. It's at a 1.193. Right now, that is 2nd in the league. Teams cannot find ways to hit against the Muckdogs. The reason why they're struggling is just because of these walks and stolen bases. There's stuff that's very easy to fix.
As that one goes for a ball, Jalen Roque standing at 6'4", 230-pound freshman infielder from Thomas University. Can definitely see it compared to the size of the ump and catcher. It's a tall man right there. That one chopped in the infield. The throw to first, and it's going to be in time. Off the bounce, straight in the dirt in front of him. And that moves it to 2 outs. But now runners advance. Muckdogs have 1 on second, have 1 on third. So 2 in scoring position. And the man attempting to bring him in, Kyle Vaughn, your left fielder for today. Kyle Vaughn standing at 6'3" and 185-pound redshirt freshman outfielder from State College of Florida. Vaughn in the early part of his collegiate career has appeared in 14 games so far. As a senior in high school, he played in 24 games, recording 12 hits, 10 runs scored. So that one goes for a ball. Some Muckdogs trying to make a statement early, putting up runs if they can. That one's going to hit the dirt. The 2-out situation, you can't go for the flyout. But, of course, Vaughn working the count here, 2-0. He could easily be sent to first base off a walk, which would put Braden I with the deciding factor to get a run in. That one, swing and a miss. We move to a 2-1 count. Again, the crowd playing a factor here. The stare down from Favada as he looks the deal. There it is. That one, chopped foul. Down the third baseline. So 2-2 count now. Kyle Vaughn looks to stay alive, keep the inning alive as well. And the deal here, that one, right off the throw, could tell that was going to be inside. A little too inside, makes contact with Kyle Vaughn, and he's going to take that one down the spine. And he's going to load the bases here. Now up to bat, your second baseman for tonight, Braden I.
And Grayson, we already have the pitching coach going to his pitcher right now. Maybe just to have a little talk, you know, let him know how everything's going to be all right.
We'll see about that. So far, no strikeouts to his name with 5 hitters, 2 of them being walks, 1 being a hit by pitch. Was able to make the play himself against Roque. I now has to tie a shoe. Maybe that was the deciding factor, but who knows? Again, though, Braden I, standing at 5'11", 165-pound sophomore infielder from Westminster College. 2026, I made 11 pitching appearances, pitching over 55 innings with 54 strikeouts. At the plate, he's batted a .282 with 31 hits, 21 RBIs, and 2 home runs in 44 games played. Pitch there, that one outside. Stare down once more from Vavada. He's trying to keep the Americans clean here in inning 1. That one rings the box for strike 1, 1-1. Again, 2 outs. It's the Muckdogs trying to make a statement early. The pitch here, that one's going to be outside, 2-1. So Vavada already seems to have a spot. And that right now is favoring Grayson standing as a left-handed batter. So he could get a big hold of that one with the barrel of his bat, or wait to see these balls go by. That one won't find it either. Again, outside. So maybe it's a question if the Muckdogs have already got his pitches figured out, or if Vavada is not offering more than what he wants. We'll see if he can bring in anything new. That one sent straight up towards short. Are they going to get the play at second? And they got him there. That's going to bring an end to the bottom of the first here. It remains scoreless off that play, which Braden sent it straight towards the shortstop. It had some heat on it, but Anthony Savino able to scoop it cleanly off the dirt, make the play at second. That brings an end to the first inning here. Dwyer Stadium will be back after this commercial break.
Hey man, welcome to Whole Life. How you doing?
What is this place?
Oh, don't worry. It's the best gym you can find in the Batavia area. Open free weights at any point, anytime. Don't forget, this gym is open for 24 hours. Don't worry, if you're not even just trying to use weights, you can use calisthenics as well. But again, official gym of your Batavia Muckdogs for a reason.
Where do I sign up?
Don't worry, let me bring you to the front desk.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
All right, Dewey, what are we thinking here?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Are you guys all set?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, what can I start you with to drink?
To drink, can we just get 2 waters, please?
Of course. And then did you decide on your meals?
Yes, we are ready, aren't we, Dewey?
Wonderful. What can I get for you?
Can we start with the Alex's Cut?
Of course. All right.
All right.
What else can I get for you?
Dewey?
Ribs?
Dewey will take Alex's famous baby back pork ribs.
Fantastic.
Try Alex's Ribs at Alex's Place, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
We welcome you back to the top of the second. In the box for the Americans, Fidel Santos. Is that one way inside, attempting to make the duck, and he does. As that one goes for ball 1, avoids the hit by pitch. So he has no problem there, except that the count now 1-0. Pitch there, that one going to be high inside once more, so 2-0 count. And Mason Davey recording 2 Ks. One looking, one swinging. And that one will be a swing and a miss for ball number 1, so 2-1 count quickly. And that one, another registered strike, 2-2 count. This is Mason Davies' first start. He's appeared once. That one chopped high over to left field. Will they be able to get underneath it? No, it hits the ground. Not sure exactly if he had sight on the ball there. A little miscommunication. So that one's going to hit the grass over in shallow left field. The high pop fly out there. And instead of an out, the Americans record a single. So now up in the box, Thomas Marcato for the Americans. That one down the middle and chopped foul.
Something to keep an eye on for the rest of the at-bat. That fastball, he's been feeling it right now. A lot of batters are swinging late on those pitches. He should probably use that more than his off-speed pitches.
Always got to remember, though, if you throw it down the middle, you might have to pay for it. Shows bunt, pulls it back. That one's going to go for ball one, 1-1 count. Thomas Mercado is not recorded at bat, so this is his first one of the season. We'll see what stat line this one will be written down as on the stat sheet. Pickoff attempt there, no good. But again, going back to the other stat sheet for Batavia, Mason Davey appeared once, saw one inning and a one batter pitching. Recorded 2 strikeouts for that. That one goes down near the dirt. Count moves 2-1. So right now, he's making his first start, and we're going to see a lot, I feel, of large amount of rotation for starting in terms of pitching for this Muckdogs team. As that one sent over to shallow center field is what I was going to say, but no, that one goes straight up, doesn't reach the outfield. On the play, Miles Manel on the snag. So that's going to post up a quick out here.
That's right, Grayson. The Muckdogs are still trying to figure out their rotation. Remember, in that first game, Noah Nix got injured, and we're still not 100% sure when he is coming back. So right now, the Muckdogs are trying to figure out a pitcher that can maybe fit in that hole until he comes back.
Now up in the box, left fielder for tonight for the Americans, Matthew Ganchow. Pitch there, that's going high. One more at the stat sheet and another name that isn't written down. So another first appearance, and that's going to be a lot for tonight. That one inside again, so 2-0 count. A little discussion between Mason Davey and Socorro. Talking it over. Santos, though, still over there on first.
Yeah, I think right now he's trying to calm his pitcher down a little bit. You can kind of tell with a lot of those pitches, they were a little up high, and he was really rushing those kind of pitches. It's nice for Socorro to come in, give him a little breather, you know, let him figure out what the assignment is for this batter.
Now, Jarrett, I know you were able to interview Joey Socorro, Jalen David today, as well as all 3 coaches. That one goes for ball number 3, that being Coach Trent, Coach Grant, and Skips himself. Were you able to get any info on today's game?
Well, I really liked what Coach Grant said, especially with like pitchers, where it's like, I asked him how do you get ready for this kind of game, and he told me that his pitchers are not ready today. They should be ready 3 days ago. So he definitely sends him that message that you should know when your time is coming days before you come and do the job.
Well said as that one sent high over to right field. Going to get under it is the Muckdogs. Being Jacob Vesco out there on the snag. So moves what was a 3-1 count to an out. Now in the box for the Americans, number 9, Tom Rohan.
And Grayson, we had another pickoff attempt over by first base. Mason Davies trying to keep him at first base.
Exactly right. You always, even if you're not going to get the pickoff, It's always smart to remind him that, hey, I know you're there. That one goes for a strike. That one, speed on it. A 1 count, 2 outs. Davey setting up. Another pickoff attempt. That one low off the dirt, able to pick it up. James Quintero. Again, that's where we saw errors, not just from the Muckdogs, but from all teams so far that we've been broadcasting, is a lot of those have come from pickoff attempts and just overthrows on attempting to catch base runners stealing. So if any of these teams in this league in general are able to minimize that, I think they're going to get way more success. And that one sent over to Manel, easily able to get in front of it, low speed, able to toss it to his teammate, Braden I on second. And that's the 3rd out for the top of the 2nd quickly there. Just like that, Muckdogs are heading back to swinging the bats. Starting off will be Joey Socorro, followed by James Quintero, Jacob Vesco. And we'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Who are you?
Fans, if you get hit with a foul ball, don't call our interns.
Why is no one doing anything?
Call UMMC at Rochester Medical Center for help.
Should have called him.
And welcome back, fans, to the bottom of the 2nd here. Before we get anything going, I'd like to remind you on the microphone that season tickets are on sale right now for your Batavia Muckdogs. Come be a part of Muckdogs Mafia. Season tickets have a no-waste policy and just start at $99. Call 585-524-2260 to get your seats today. And now up in the box, Tully's hitman for tonight, Joey Socorro. Still there, out there on the mound. Vincent Favada, that one sent over to center field. Will it get down? And it will. Socorro going towards 2, just picked up by the defender. He's going to go 3, and he's going to make it easily in time, standing up. No slide needed, and that's a triple for Joey Socorro.
Yeah, Grayson, I think the center fielder kind of lost the ball a little bit. He took a first step forward and then realized that it was going behind him and had to chase it. And that gave Socorro the perfect amount of time to just run past through these bases to get the stand-up triple.
You could see it there. He was chasing it down, but he was running backwards. Wasn't able to get underneath it. When you work the outfield, you want to be underneath it. Again, he was making a run and grab, wasn't able to get it. That one went all the way to the back wall. And Socorro, by the time he even got a hand on it, was already rounding second. So no question that he was going to make it to third there. Didn't even need a slide. Now in the box, James Quintero, your first baseman for tonight. So he takes the first one for a ball. That one sent over to center left. And that one's going to be snagged. The tag up here from Socorro. Will he get there in time? And they call him out. They didn't get there in time off the tag up. And I can see right now over there on the third baseline, Skips is not happy.
Grayson, I'm going to be honest. I thought that he was under that. It was a very close play, but I thought he got there just in time before the tag happened.
That's what we wish we had booth review for here in the box, but we don't have that technology just quite yet. Because of that, we may never know. But I do agree with you. I believe he was able to get underneath the box. The ump discussing towards the Batavia dugout, telling him maybe to be quiet, showing some disagreement about the last call. If we look there, it did seem like Joey Socorro did hesitate, if I'm not incorrect on that. I do believe I saw him hesitate before the tag up, as it wasn't really clear where the ball was going to land there. It seemed like right fielder for the Americans, Vadil Santos, wasn't able exactly to locate it immediately. Finally was able to get underneath it. Well-placed throw. Didn't use the cutoff man. That one goes inside for ball number 2. The pop fly, the tag up does not work. There's no runners on now. And 2 outs on that far scoreboard instead. Again, Jacob Vesco is in the box here. That one goes for ball number 3, so 3-0 count. If we remind you, Vesco, home run hitter for the Muckdogs, the second game. The home opener, able to cut it short in 7 innings, where they won 12-1. Pitch there, that one behind Vesco. I'm not even sure if that made contact. It could have, but it doesn't matter. That's going for ball 4. Able to clarify if that was a walk or hit by pitch. So far behind him, may have made contact with the backside of him. But he will trot out there to first base. Now rounding things out for you guys, Miles Manel at the end of the lineup for the Batavia Muckdogs, your shortstop for tonight. Miles Manel standing at 6 foot, 200-pound freshman infielder from Mount St. Mary's University. That one goes for ball 1. Manel, right-handed hitter, played at Sidis Prep High School in New York and also competed with the New York Angels travel program. Young fellow here for the Muckdogs. That one goes low for ball number 2. At time, though, he's already found what seems to be a consistent spot in the starting lineup. Delivery here from Vavada. That one chopped over to short, picked up by the third baseman. He's going to make the throw to first. And that one's going to be in time, and that's going to wrap things up here for the bottom of the second. So no runs in for either team. Score sits 0-0. And Jarrett, what are you seeing from the short sample we have?
Right now I'm seeing them really work the count, and they're getting hits. That's always a good sign. Getting hits, especially on a pitcher like this. You're working the counts a little bit. You're trying to get runners on scoring position. Right now it's just a very unfortunate kind of play. Again, we both thought over on the right field line, we thought Socorro scored that run. But instead now they just got to fight to try to get that run again.
Couldn't agree more. Right now, folks, we would like to remind you, Go Health, reading from them, has your child been tested for lead? The only way to know if your child has lead poisoning is to get them tested. All children should be tested at ages 1 and 2. Talk to your healthcare provider or the lead poisoning prevention staff from the Genesee County Health Department at 585-344-2580, extension 5555, about a blood lead test for your child today, or for more information on transportation to get tested. Again, the Muckdogs taking on the defensive stance out there on the field. Still out there, of course, Mason Davey. Hasn't been able to see the entire lineup. Only 7 out of 10 so far. Still 2 strikeouts to his name. Last go, needed help from his teammates. After a recorded single, a bloop that landed short, shallow, left field. 3 outs made by his defense.
And Grayson, even Macy Davey, one thing he's also doing really well is that when he walks a batter and they put the runner on first, they stay at first. He's picking them off well. He's working the count. He's striking batters out, working the counts, getting batters out early. He's doing his job perfectly.
Right now, for the Americans, standing up in the box, Justin Gladfelter. Second baseman for the Americans. Pitch here, that one. High and over the catcher and over the ump. That one's going to go for ball number 1. No one on, so doesn't have unnecessary consequences. Nonetheless, I don't think Davey's going to want to look to throw that one again. That one will register a strike, so 1-1 count. Davey maybe heard me from up here in the broadcast. Decided to take the advice. I wouldn't really say that was advice. That's more just of a general observation. But that one fouled off for strike 2, so 1-2 count. Davey with the delivery here. He sends it. That one sent over between center and left. It's going to hit the grass, shallow area. That one picked up by center fieldman Jalen David. He's going to hold it up for a stand-up single for Justin Gladfelter. Logan Stickler, your extra hitter for the Americans tonight. He now has no outs. The pickoff attempt there, no good. Again, just a reminder, Gladfelter, that Davey's aware. He's always watching. But Logan Stickler, see the first one go by. That one's going to go towards the dirt for ball number 1.
And another thing, Joey Socorro is doing a really good job right now, keeping the ball in front of him, not letting any pass balls go by him to let these runners advance.
Pickoff attempt once more. Like I said, always watching. Maybe that was a understatement. But the right idea from Davey. The deal here towards home, and the pickoff attempt there. And he's out off interference. Socorro attempted to throw him out. Stickler doesn't get out of the way and inhibits the throw. And that's the first out here based off that. So with that, Gladfelter will go back to first. Socorro will try to make the throw. Again, you're always allowed to stay in your position, but Stickler leaned out over home plate and directly interfered with that. So that one's just going for an out. We're going to repeat here. Do they get him there? Wow. It was dropped. Thought they had him there. Beat him by quite a few feet. But the drop catch on the attempt of the tag, no good. And that's going to go for a stolen base for Gladfelter, so he will get towards second. Almost went 2 for 2 there from Socorro on the throws to second. That one fouled off, so 1-1 count. A lot to unravel there.
And Grayson, in those kind of situations, so many things have to happen at once. You got to catch the ball and instantly know where the runner is to get the tag. Socorro made a beautiful throw to Monell, who went and caught it, but when he tried to go for the tag, he lost it. And we got another stolen base here. Called him safe again.
As to use a quote from a fan that I just heard through the window, you actually stink. Someone needs to put that on a wall.
We also had a little bit of an "Are you kidding me?" Fans are not happy with that call.
I'm not happy with that call either. You ask me, he had him there. Pitch here, again to remind you, and that one Goes for strike 3, so that's one looking. I lost track of the count there myself just because two stolen attempts from Gladfelter, which I thought were out. So the first one got sent back off the interference. Next one was a dropped ball off the attempt to catch him. And the third one, ask me, that one was in time, but they call him safe. So Gladfelter is there on third. That one going for a strike 1, so 0-1 count. Again, 2 outs. Trying to unpackage everything. Raul Teramancata was the one who just struck out looking. Didn't get to mention that with everything. Anthony Savino. We've reached the top of the lineup here. He's back up. He went out looking in his first at-bat. We've now reached a 1-1 count. So 2 outs, 1-1 count. Anthony Savino in the box. Full recap right there. That one sent over to Miles Manel, who picks it up cleanly. The throw to first, is it in time? It is. They make light work there. Prevent anyone from scoring. 3 outs. And the Muckdogs still look perfect there on defense. They go back to offense, and they'll be at the top of the lineup for that. But we'll be back in a few moments after one more commercial break.
I'll take 1 million beers, please.
Nah, man, we don't have that. Here, try this.
What's this?
This is beer from Eli Fish, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
That's unbelievable. Thank you.
No problem, man.
I'll have what he had.
Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the YMCA. Let me show you around. They have free weights and machines here at their state-of-the-art gym. They also have open courts here. And after all those activities, you can come to the pool and cool off. Remember, folks, you can find all these activities here at Glow YMCA, Genesee County Branch.
And welcome back to the bottom of the third here, folks. Quickly being dealt a pitch is Jalen David. That one goes for a ball. 1-0 count quickly. Again, as mentioned before, we've reached the top of the batting order. Jalen David recording a flyout in his first at-bat. That one sent between the second baseman and first. He's going to get a stand-up single. That one just out of the reach of the second baseman, Justin Gladfelter, who made what was an impressive diving attempt just out of reach of his glove, and he's not going to make the snag there. But everything on the line there, I wouldn't be surprised if he knocked some of the wind out with a dive like that. But nonetheless, David is out there on first off the single. Luke Rybczynski is now up. He recorded a walk in his first at-bat. The pickoff attempt from David, or towards David, no good.
And Grayson, I would love to see David try to take a shot maybe at stealing the base here. You got 0 outs, haven't done it yet. He hasn't stolen a base in a few games. We'll have to see him try to make an attempt at it.
We'll see if he does. I wouldn't be surprised. That one going outside, so 2-0 count. Or excuse. Correction, 1-0 count on my behalf. That one will now make it the 2-0 count that I predicted. pitch here, that one fouled off. So, David, there was the steal attempt you were talking about. He did go for it, but the foul will send him back home. Two-one count. The deal here, that one, hit by pitch. So a walk, and then a hit by pitch for Luke. Evan Brock will re-enter the box. He was also walked in his first at-bat. And here is the visit to the mound that we may have expected earlier.
And Grayson, you usually want somebody in your third hole having runners in scoring position because those are the people that you trust in this game. And right now, Brock has two people on base, one in scoring position, to maybe work some magic here and get a run in.
We'll see if that comes to fruition. Favada still out there on the mound. There's no pull, so that's his second visit. They do now have a man out there in the bullpen, warming up. But Favada, two mound visits. Still out there, though. David out on second. He takes a huge lead. There's the steal. Does he get there? He does, easily. That one goes for a registered strike on the deal home for Evan Brock, but you could tell I was just about to mention Jalen David. Not to mention Luke does advance there as well, but Jalen David was about more than halfway towards third with that lead. There was no surprise there that he was going for that one.
He had a plan, and he knew what he wanted to do.
That one going outside to 1-1 count. Now two runners standing in scoring position for the Muckdogs, no outs. The deal here, that one inside. Favada just trying to avoid this far scoreboard reading anything other than 0 against them. That one hits the dirt, and it's going to take a high bounce over short. That's going to bring in 1. That's going to bring in 2 for the Muckdogs. As I say it, it happens. The Muckdogs take a lead, and the number no longer reads 0 on that scoreboard. It reads 2. Off the single from Evan Brock. That ball is sent straight in the dirt, 2 feet in front of him, and the bounce from that, the trajectory, all the way out over the shortstop into the outfield, and that one brought in 2 runs to score.
And this is Coach Skip's kind of offense. He steals bags, he gets runners in scoring position, and players have to just hit the ball in play to score these runners. That is what Coach Skip does with his offense.
Jalen Roque now in the box. Fly out in his last at-bat. We'll see if he can add on to the Muckdogs' growing lead. No outs. First registered strike off the first pitch with the foul ball. The deal here, that one outside, so 1-1. Again, you can hear the Muckdogs crowd getting into the swing of things. Jalen Roque has appeared 3 games, started those 3, which he appeared in. The steal here, that one high. He's going to make it in time, is Evan Brock. who now stands on second in scoring position. One-two count currently for Jalen Roque. Trying to keep the ounce reading 0. The delivery here. That one fouled off, so we'll see at least one more time. So as I was saying, 3 games played, 3 of those being starts. 10 at-bats, has recorded 2 hits, 3 runs to his name, and 3 RBIs. Tied leading with many other teammates in that category. 1-2 count remains. Eyeballing Brock is Favada. The pitch there, that one. They say it's a strike. Registers on the inside part of the box, and that's strike 3. That's the first K of the game for Favada. Number 22, Kyle Vaughn, off the hit by pitch, the one that hit him in the back of the numbers. Those ones never really felt good as a kid. It's always just correction to your posture, if I ever would think about it. That one, as I say it, geez, same thing. Almost the same spot. That one might have a welt tomorrow. A little dismay from the fans there.
The trainers better get ready for some ice baths. Better get that ice bath ready for him, because that is the second time that he got hit by a pitch.
So you say that, yes, that's the second one for Vaughn. Second one in the same spot as well. Braden I, number 17, your second baseman, recorded a fly out in his first at bat. He now steps up in the box with 2 runners on. That one, he shows bunt. It goes low, gets the pullback in time, so 1-0 count. Has his fellow teammate, Evan Brock, in scoring position out there on second. Braden I has started 3 games, appeared in 4. That one sent high between center and left. It's going to be snagged by the left fielder. He does make the drop there. It still is recorded as a catch, but on the transition to make the throw over to second, drops the ball, so did have Evan Brock running back to second. Didn't just tag up there, but no movement there. 2 outs now. Joey Socorro, a man with a triple to his name. Muckdogs would love to see that one again. We'll see if the magic continues here.
And we can't forget Grayson. Socorro was our Tully's hitter of the night, so we just saw a bunch of fans get free 50% off Tully's, and he just got hit by pitch.
Again, that one in the spine by the numbers. So bases now loaded. Quickly, I'm not exactly sure if any of these are designed to be inside and just come 2 inside. We saw the one that was walked for Jacob Vesco. That one went all the way behind him for ball number 4, but it's four pitches that I've seen go behind the back of the player, 3 making contact on the numbers. Pitch here, that one snags the box for strike 1, so 0-1 count. Again, 2 outs here, bases loaded. Evan Brock on third, Kyle Vaughn on second, and Joey Socorro with the most recent hit by pitch, sitting on first. James Quintero in the box. That one low for ball 1. So 1-1 count. Quintero, 2 games played, 2 started, 5 at-bats, has recorded a hit and a run to his name. Playing first base tonight. That one sent over to right field. Can it get down? That's a question. And is the snag, are the Americans running with his back towards the ball, Vadil Santos. And that one's 3 outs, so bases, we're loaded. They come unloaded with no runs scored. So 2-0 is your scoring now heading into the top of the fourth. We'll be back after this.
I'd like to withdraw some Muckbucks, please.
Muckbox?
Realistically, I can't withdraw Muckbucks here. But what I can do is do all my banking through Tompkins Bank, an official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs. I gotta get back to picking up my Muckbucks.
Here in Batavia, hard work and community goes hand in hand. That's why the Batavia Muckdogs are a proud partner with Farm Credit East, helping support the people of Western New York grow.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
And welcome back, fans, to the top of the fourth. Your score currently 2-0 in your Batavia Muckdogs' favor. Their 2 runs scored just recently. Fans, we'd like to remind you, Rochester Regional Health is the official healthcare provider for your Batavia Muckdogs. Next time you need medical attention, make sure you visit Rochester Regional Health for all your medical needs. Now again, we've reached the top of the fourth. Starting things off, before I can say it, Miles Manel doesn't move. Makes a low snag there. Was going to say Derek Gismondi was starting things off for the Americans, but he's quickly retired by Miles Manel, who again makes it look easy. We'll move on from that. Before I can even do that as well, hit by pitch for Cooper Worwell.
Grayson, we might be seeing ice tubs with both teams right now. A lot of players are getting hit in the back today.
Maybe a little revenge factor, not too sure, but not going to credit that to Davies' name just yet, given the pitching we've seen from Vivada. But now up for the Americans, Badil Santos. So able to finally catch up to saying names here. So he takes that one for ball 1. So 1-0 count. Again, 1 out. And a man on first from the hit by pitch. A pickoff attempt. Again, Mason Davies sending a lofter to first. One of those reminders of, hey, I see you.
He also probably didn't want to get a balk in that situation. He kind of turned, messed up his footing a little bit, couldn't get the full throw, but he still has to make a throw in order for it not to be called.
You are correct about that one, Jarrett. That one going for a strike, so 1-1 count. The delivery here, that one sent high over to left field. Who's got it? And Jalen David with the snag. Turns on the Jets, able to look up over his head. What a snag deep from left center field.
And Grayson, Jalen David doesn't only have wheels on the base path, he has wheels out in the outfield. He had to go very far to make that play and even called off the left fielder to make that catch. That was a really good play by Jalen David.
Looked like Kyle Vaughn was the one who's going to get it, but Jalen David says, I got it. Let me make it easy for you. And he does. Pitch here from Davey, now on the box for the Americans. That's Thomas Ricardo.
And Grayson, we had another pickoff attempt by Mason Davey over to James Quintero, letting the runner know that he is still got an eye on him.
Hey, it never hurts to remind him once, twice, 3 times, however many times you want to remind him. It's always a good idea. 1-1 count after that one registers as a strike. Americans just looking to get on the board here. Delivery from Davey. Calls time before the delivery gets there. Little discussion with the ump towards Muckdogs dugout. So that one, gonna erase that from memory. It's still 1-1. I would have assumed that one would have been a strike given the location of that one over the box, but called time right before the delivery. Unfortunate. Nonetheless, pretend it didn't happen. That one, strike. Swinging, Sikora with the fake out towards first. And 1-2 count here. So the ball doesn't lie.
Grayson, it was a very interesting call because in those kind of situations, there's a certain time when you can call time. And I think the big issue that Coach Grant had is that Davey was already set before he threw that pitch when the timeout was called.
Deal here, that one. Sent over to first. James Quintero on the snag. And he's going to lightly touch first. You are correct. I was going to question that one myself about if time was up there to even call time. Do agree with Coach Grant, but yeah, you can see there Socorro discussing it, also wondering what happened. But again, like I said, ball doesn't lie. James Quintero with the out there, doing himself. And that brings us to the end of the top of the fourth. So we're moving on to the bottom here. Still zeros for the Americans, 2 for the Muckdogs. Fans, we'd like to remind you a message from Mental Health Association, Wellness on the Go. WNGO offers a mobile mental health support through Medicaid managed care plans across Niagara, Genesee, and Orleans County. For more information or to make a referral, call us at 585-345-0448. And looking at the mound, I can tell you that's a different number. Number 11 for the Niagara Falls Americans, Colin Price. Colin Price, right now off the stat sheet I have, is registered as an outfielder. That's why I went silent there for a second. Just had to double check myself, but that's what he's written down as. So I'm not going to question it. He stands at 6'2", 200 pounds, sophomore. Right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher.
And Grace, when you have baseball in 2 months, sometimes you might see the outfielder, but there's going to be a lot of situations where we might see infielders and outfielders pitching because of how many games there are in these 2 months.
Well, I do agree with you. I'm just more, like you said, you always have to have a deep rotation, especially with 2 months of baseball, 2.5 months of baseball, very crammed, well shortly into a nice season, roughly equating 60 games for each of these teams, depending on rainouts, how things transpire with the schedule. But it's still going to catch me off guard as a pitcher who I've written down as an outfielder. But nonetheless, here's his first pitch. That one going for a strike low towards the end of the box. Jacob Vesco, number 99, your right fielder for today, was walked in his first one. That goes for a swinging strike, so 0-2 count. Muckdogs trying to add on to the lead. We'll see if they can successfully do that here. Stare down from Price. He delivers that one in the dirt. Off the check swing, they're going to try to test him. I don't think that one was close. And I'm corrected by the ump. Or not corrected, but reassured by the ump. Excuse me. Corrected would have been the reverse of what I would have said. That would have been a Not a great call, if you ask me. That one, check swing there. That one's going towards the dirt. So 2-2 count, quickly moving on from the 0-2. Again, still need to get that poster from the quote heard earlier from this crowd. Still waiting on that. The pitch here, that one towards the dirt. 3-2, so many of these pitches favoring the low end of the box. Whenever you have that, you're going to see a lot more tendencies of trying to get underneath it. So we might see one of two options, I think, is the delivery here on the payoff. And that one, swing and a miss for strike 3 for Vesco. Miles Manel now entering the box for his second at bat. After that, we'll be up at the start of the lineup once more. One out after the strikeout. That one going towards the dirt. But as I was saying, you get one of two options usually with consistent pitching at the low end of the box. It's either you're going to get underneath it and send that one far out towards the outfield, or it's going to be one that goes straight towards the dirt. That one goes flying high behind us and over the stands towards the concession stand. So look out to our fellow interns and workers in there. We've seen, we both have worked concessions before. We've hosted high school baseball games here to close out their seasons here at Dwyer Stadium. The pitch here, that one, chopped foul. That one didn't even make it 5 feet down the third baseline. But again, it was foul as that one goes straight down. But as I was saying, we've worked the concession stands here. We've seen many baseball. You've worked it far more than I have on those days where high school games were active. But I had to say in my short time there, seeing active baseballs flying in from overhead. That one towards the dirt once more, 2-2 count.
It was definitely something to keep your toes on. And one thing definitely to say about this umpire also, especially with these low pitches that Price is going to be throwing, we might see two different pitching zones where the taller players might have all these pitches being called balls or strikes, while the taller guys are going to get these pitches called balls. One thing I will say, Vesco standing next to him is a very tall kind of person, so he will definitely get these pitches be called balls, while Monell is definitely a little shorter than him. We might see them called strikes.
The swing and miss there. That one's going to be a drop strike 3. Monell on the run out isn't going to get there. That's going to go for the second out for the Muckdogs. Against the Muckdogs, correction. Again, we've reached the top of the lineup. Jalen David reemerges. No one on, 2 outs is the situation. That one catches the outside part of the box. That goes for strike 1. Delivery here, that one. Not enough over the plate. 1-1 counts.
Grayson Price is throwing a lot of curveballs, not a lot of fastballs. He's going a lot of off-speed pitches. We'll see if he keeps it up as the game goes on.
Seemed like he heard you on that one, attempted to throw the fastball, but instead of the box, finds the dirt. 2-1 count now. It's always funny in those kind of moments as a broadcaster. You say something, and then it happens. That one, chopped foul. Sometimes it's ironic. Sometimes it's just broadcaster's curse. Say something and it goes the complete opposite, usually when you're saying a positive. And in the career I've had, only I've had a career that's lasted a year and a half. My time spent at SUNY Cortland being a broadcaster there. Now, one for the Batavia Muckdogs. I've had quite a few moments like that. That one, chopped foul once more towards the concession stand. It's not something I'm proud of. In the multi-sports I've done it, and that being soccer, volleyball, baseball as well, softball. It's happened far few in between, but more often than I've liked. The delivery here, that one, swing and a miss. Drop strike 3. Gonna run it out is David. Not gonna get there. They secure the 3rd out here. So the 4th inning for both these teams will remain at a 0. But instead, in total for the scoreboard, Muckdogs still lead 2-0 to that fact. So after all that, once more, Muckdogs lead 2-0. So we head to the top of the 5th. We'll be back once more after our ad sponsorship read.
In support of the Batavia Muckdogs, we would like to thank these corporate sponsors and community partners. Alex's Place, Allegheny Farm Services, AmeriGroup, Arc of Glow, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Downs, Batavia Foot Care Center, Batavia's Original, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Von Traeger Auctioneer, Bourbon and Burger, Bright Path Kids, Bully Hill Vineyards, Burger King, Casella Waste, Salino Plumbing, Chaplain Valley Equipment, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Crosby's, Daily News, Dave's Ice Cream, East Town Beverage, Eli Fish Brewing Company, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Burrell Gas, Ficarella's Pizza, Frank's Call Mr. Plumber, Freed Maxick, Genesee Community College, Geico, Local Batavia Office, Genesee County Chamber of Commerce, Genesee Lumber, Genesee Penny Saver, Go Health, Good Life, Graham Corporation, HB Hood, Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang and Sons, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Magaveros Automotive, M Power Agency, Next Era Energy, Northside Deli, New York School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Oakwood Hills, O-Atka Milk Products, Olacy's, Overhead Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, RFG Associates, Skyworks, Stan's Harley Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Tompkins Bank of Castile, Tonawanda Valley Federal Credit Union,
Toyota of Batavia, Trevor R. Rowley State Farm, Tri-County Auto Glass, Tully's, United Memorial Medical Center, UR Wilmot Cancer Institute, WBTA, Wright Beverage, and the YMCA. Thank you for your continued support of the Batavia Muckdogs. And we are back once more. Apologies for that ad sponsorship read. I'll have to work on cutting that speed down slightly a bit more. So that one goes for strike 1. To recap what the sponsorship ad may have blocked, but you may have seen in the top left corner of the screen was a fly out towards left field, in which it was simply caught by your left fielder for tonight for the Muckdogs, of course, being Kyle Vaughn. That one, strike 2. So 0-2 count. Quickly, apologies once more for that. We'll be working on that in the editing room tonight. That one outside, so 1-2 count. To remind you of the names of which have been up for the Americans. That one fouled off right back towards us. Was Matt Ganchow on the flyout. Now in the box, Tom Rohan. Again, on the mound remains Mason Davey, That one high for 2-2 count. Nearing a full completion of 5 innings. Which I believe that one fouled off behind. Once more, Rohan stays fighting. The delivery here from Davey, that one inside, doesn't catch the box. We've reached full count. The delivery here, that one sent over to left, that one in foul territory into the Muckdogs bullpen. So heads up over there. Delivery here. That one high for ball 4 on the payoff. So that will now send Rohan out to first base. Now up in the box for the Americans, Justin Gladfelter. Now has Rohan first with the pickoff attempt on cue. Rohan barely had 2 steps off the bag, but like I said, just a little reassurance never hurts. That one going for ball 1. One 0 count as it stands. The delivery here, that one high. Ball number 2. Davey with the delivery here, that one right over the plate. That one, well placed strike for the first one of this count. 2-1. Davey on the delivery here. That one going to be low. 3-1 count. Trying to avoid putting a runner in scoring position. That one sent into foul territory, so we've reached full count.
And I think we're both seeing the same thing right now, Grayson. They got a bullpen guy warming up. We might see in the future Mason Davey being pulled for tonight.
Well, we see how long he can go. Full count as it stands. The payoff pitch. That one set over to right field, and that one's in foul territory. I believe in the bullpen is Irwin's Branch, if I am correct with my binoculars, which I hope so. So again, we still are at full count here. Tom Rohan standing on first. The payoff delivery here. Let's go gambling. We'll take a deep breath before that, though.
In a second.
Maybe add a little more to the bet. I don't know, but that's what it is. Delivery here. That one high. That's going to go for ball 4. No movement from the dugout. And there's Coach Grant, though, here. Teammates of the infield coming in to visit Davey. We'll see if any signal comes from Coach Grant. Right now, just a little bit of discussion on the mound. But in the meantime, we'll send you over to our schedule panel to look over the future for the Muckdogs games. They continue on Saturday and Sunday, hosting Buffalo before going on the road to Olean. On Sunday, they have a 2-day break, followed by another visit to Olean, which starts off 12 straight games for the Muckdogs. They'll then host Jamestown and Buffalo, Newark, and Niagara. So another long stretch of home games for them over that course before then traveling on the road in plenty of bunches. But again, make sure to either get your tickets for Dwyer Stadium or come visit us on the broadcast for those games in the future. We're always going to be here on YouTube As long as we get the stable connection that we need, we'll be here in the press box, away or at home. Stay tuned for more. Pickoff attempt towards second, no good. Mason Davey still out there on the mound. No changes in that retrospect. Recap, 1 out. Runners on first and second. That one goes for a strike. Logan Stickler is in the box for the Americans with the 0-1 count. Stare down from Davey over towards second. He delivers this one home. That one chopped foul down the third baseline. Oh-2 count. Davey staring down second once more. Delivers this one home and ooh! That one loud throughout the stadium. Hit by pitch off the helmet. That one sent shockwaves through the crowd. And now the Muckdogs find themselves a difficult situation. Bases loaded.
And that's what helmets are for, Grayson. Luckily, he's okay. He ran over to first base just fine. And right now, Davey's in a really tough situation with bases loaded.
The pitch here, that one, to my surprise, is not registered as a strike, but I guess seen as being too high. So 1-0 count. Again, bases loaded like you said. What I was looking at was some motion from Skips in the dugout towards the bullpen. That one, check swing, should have gone for it. Strike one, 1-1.
And my prediction, Grayson, I think this might be his last batter, whether he gets out of this out with a strikeout or hopefully with a double play would be the best case scenario.
I believe you are correct here. Foul ball. It's 1-2 count. There was the motion, so I believe Skips is ready to make a mound visit after this at bat. 1-2 count. This would be huge for Davey. Delivery here. That one. Swing and a miss. We'll see if they let him stay in after a K recorded.
I
motion.
think so. Going with a righty-righty matchup here.
So right now, reaching the top of the lineup once again is the Americans. In the box right now, Anthony Savino. Delivers, sends that one over the plate. It's hit over into center field. Jalen David makes the snag. And the game remains scoreless. The Muckdogs come in clutch. Davey able to withstand the pressure. And I believe that will be the last that we do see of him here tonight. Completing a 5 full innings, unless, to my surprise, anything changes there.
But
that one will be the second longest stretch if it stands. Second to Gavin Chandler, the longest stretch in his 1 game start and appearance. 5 innings and 2 batters.
And Grayson, that's how you get the job done if you're the starting pitcher. Now, in the keys of the game, we did mention the bullpen has to get the job done. You do have a lead right here. Hopefully Batavia Muckdogs gets more runs on board. But right now, they have to keep this lead for the Muckdogs.
They do, and they will for now. Again, we'll take one last look at the weather right now. Again, it's a beautiful day here. You can see the sunset forming off there in the far end of the screen. We've been treated to plenty beautiful sunsets. But again, we're not here on the broadcast to describe what we're seeing. We're here for baseball, and we're going to continue it like that. Again, still warm, 75 degrees. No chance of rain here. Some gust mounting to roughly 15 miles an hour at most. Feels like 77, so warmer than it is. We're going to hope that it stays like this, and it looks like it will in the future regarding the weather. But again, I'm not your weatherman. I'm your broadcaster for a reason. Out there on the mound for the Americans still remains number 11, Colin Price. The Muckdogs leading off be number 4, Luke Rybinski. He said they hope to remain this game as it stands and just add on to the lead. 2-0 is your score. We'll see how things get going here. To start off the bottom of the 5th here at Dwyer Stadium. The lights have been come on. That one registered for a strike on the outside edge of the box. That'll make things interesting. Overlooking for the Americans, no one in their bullpen. Colin Price just made his appearance in the past inning for the Americans. That pitch goes for a ball, followed by another one. So 2-1. Luke, in his one-game start and one-game played, that one being the past game against Jamestown. 4 at-bats, recorded 2 hits. That one low for ball number 3, so 3-1 count. 2 RBIs to his name, so impressive start so far to the season.
And Grayson, Luke Rybinski also today has just got on base perfectly with a walk and a hit by pitch, and he might get another walk here.
No, he's going to take a crack at this one. That one sent shallow to left field, and that one's caught by the shortstop, Anthony Savino. So maybe he didn't want that walk. Maybe he wanted to send that one flying. Didn't go as planned, and the fly out there will be the first out of the bottom of the 5th.
I will also say, Grayson, there might have been a little bit of a commentator jinx. That's my bad, folks, on that play. Was really hoping for a walk there.
You heard it here, folks. You can blame Jarrett Campbell. Let me give you guys his address so you can send him some letters of critique.
Please don't.
A thing that's like ironic about that is that you and me are sweet mates.
That is true.
So whatever you send him will also get to me as well. Evan Brock now in the box for the Muckdogs. A walk and a single to his name. 2 balls so far. That one sent over towards third. Picked up, sent to first, and it's in time for the Americans. Cooper Wowell on that quick snag off the quick bounce. That's going to record the second out. So far, Jalen Roque, designated hitter for tonight, an fly out and a strikeout. Looking to get on base tonight. It's 2 plays for the Americans defense down the left side. Delivery here, that one swing and a miss for strike 1.
One 1-0 count here for Roque.
That one going to go for a strike, so 0-2 count now. Looks to avoid the second strikeout of the day. Excuse me, stumbling over my words. We'll see if he can avoid that. The delivery here, that one outside, ball 1. 1-2 count. That one in the dirt. So 2-2. Again, Muckdogs looking to hang on to this lead. Past halfway mark in this ball game. Delivery here, that one, swing and a miss, drop strike 3. The throw to first, and that one is gonna end the inning with that. So that's 3 outs for the bottom of the 5th. We're going to the top of the 6th. Here, the Batavia defense takes the field once more. We'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Order for the Batavia Muckdogs.
Feeding the pack.
Gotta feed the pack.
Go dogs.
Go dogs.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
And welcome back, folks, to the top of the 6th. As I was now previously correct with my binoculars, Irwin's Branch is out on the mound. As we had the kid run, you can see over by second. Still trying to get them all in. Third stumble. We'll see.
She's just walking it off now.
There we go. We'll complete the run, and there's a fourth.
She's down again.
A little help and assistance from the dance crew here at Dwyer Stadium.
Someone pick that woman up.
We'll see if they can get her off the field. And she does. So we've completed that, and we'll turn our attention back to baseball. Irwin's Branch, standing at 6'3", 230-pound sophomore right-handed pitcher from Mohawk Valley Community College. 8 appearances, Branch recorded 27 strikeouts across 22 innings. For Branch, this is his second appearance. We'll see how he's able to perform here. Big thanks and a tip of the hat to Mason Davey. He's able to withstand 5 innings, allowing no runs. That one goes for a strike off his first pitch. Right now for Mason Davey, his 2 appearances, he's not let up any runs scored. His total now goes to 6 innings and 1 hitter. That one goes for strike 2, so Branch looking to get ahead on the count, and he will. 0-2 is currently where it stands. We'll see if he can make this 0-3. That one fouled off. Would have been if he didn't make contact. That one fouled off behind us, over the stands, down the left field sideline. Jeez, I got to work on stop saying sideline. As much as I commentate baseball, I'm a football kid. That one sent over to Miles Manell. again, just making things look easy. I believe that's the second one where he just glove open, takes not even a step to make a low snag. He caught that one within the infield. So moving on, the Americans, number 6, Cooper Rowell. So it was Derek Gismondi on the flyout for the infield, which was snagged again by Miles Manel. Pitch here from Branch. That one gets behind the catcher, Joey Socorro. So hits the dirt in the left-handed batter's box.
And Grayson Branch is throwing a lot of fastballs right now, trying to really find the zone here. And I kind of like it, get the pitcher's eyes moving a little bit to maybe catch him off guard with that off speed.
See if you can. The count sits 1-0, 1 out. That one sent sky high. And there's the snag. I wish I could have told you where that one was going from where I was sitting and standing in the press box. This thing called the stands up in front of us, the overhead. Couldn't see that one. And on the snag, though, I can tell you confidently now, that's your second baseman for tonight. Braden I had to backpedal just a few steps into the outfield, and he's going to make that snag easily for the second out at the top of the 6th. Branch on the delivery here. That one over the plate. I can tell you, he was practicing with me just this past night. If any of you are familiar with the Wii game Mario Sluggers, a baseball game with the Mario characters, decided to stay up late and play that one. So taught him how to play the game. So I guess you could say he's learned everything about pitching from me.
We also can't forget that we threw in a little bit of some Mario Kart in there, too.
That is correct. Wonder if he'll see the broadcast on that one. Have anything to say about me addressing that. But nonetheless, we'll get back to baseball. That one going high. So 2 straight balls. Count moves 2-1, 2 outs. The box for the Americans, number 25, Adil Santos. That one going for a registered strike. Count moves 2-2. The fastball proves to be effective. See if Branch can easily round things out with 3 batters faced. That one outside. We move full. Like I mentioned before, hopefully I didn't just jinx that by saying that, but nonetheless, we'll hope. Full count, payoff. Let's re-go over my lines here. It says to say, let's go gambling. Payoff. That one sent sky high once more. Joey Socorro trying to locate it. Can he? He will. Faces the crowd, gets them hyped up. That's the 3rd out there for the Muckdogs on defense. It's still scoreless here for the Americans. And the Muckdogs hang on to a 2-0 lead heading to the bottom of the 6th, where they look to put on an extension to that. But right now, Jarrett, we're almost 2/3 of the way there. You've seen both excellent offense, excellent defense. What else do you want to see from this Muckdogs team?
I want to see the bullpen finish the job. The last few games we've seen the bullpen have like a lead and then they'll lose it, or they'll have runners in scoring position and they'll kind of walk too many batters. And by the time that the Muckdogs start actually stringing up more runs, it's too late. So hopefully the Muckdogs can keep this lead going with the bullpen and hold them to even like a 0 would be really awesome as a Muckdog fan.
Couldn't agree more. So far on the season, the Muckdogs have had some scenarios where they've had leads slip. They're looking not to do that here. As a fan and as a broadcaster, I hope that stands, and many of the fans here Hope that continues here as we pay tribute to veterans within the stadium who have served in our military. Anyone on the broadcast listening who has served for our military, we thank you here at Dwyer Stadium and on the behalf of the Muckdogs organization. On the mound for the Americans, number 8, Jackson Lerner. Just how you would spell it, Lerner, as if you're learning how to spell names. I'm still learning pronunciations. We will remind you, folks, that we are putting the best effort into our broadcast as a two-man show. We can see your comments. We try to work towards giving you guys the best presentation we can. Thank you for your patience with us. Again, we look forward to giving you the best product on screen. As I say that, the Muckdogs look to give you the best product within the screen. Is number 22, Kyle Vaughn, first pitch. He's going to be sent to first base. That is his third for tonight. 1, 2, 3. Hit 5 pitches for Kyle Vaughn. You got to wonder, is he going to need an ice pack?
I definitely think it was in the same spot again. He definitely might need the ice bath. Get it nice and cool. The trainers have to.
That pitch outside. In the box, Braden I. 2 flyouts to his name so far. Trying to get on base. We'll see in what means. That one goes for a strike, catching the outside edge of the box. 1-1 count. Delivery here. That one. Sent over into foul territory. Down the third baseline, and that one's going to bounce to the picnic area.
Now, Grayson, tomorrow we do have another picnic. So, Muckdog fans, come down to get some food.
1-2 count as it stands after the foul ball. Again, Kyle Vaughn standing on first. Here's the pickoff attempt. Would have been cool if I said what I was saying in my head. I was about to say they might go for the attempt here, given the fact that first baseman Thomas Marcotte was standing at the ready, and I could tell Lerner was keeping an eye. That one sent down the left third baseline. Will it get down? It won't. That one didn't have much arc on it. Hopefully the speed was able to send it down. It doesn't. Left fielder Matt Gonchow was able to get there in time. .34, Joey Socorro, the man who made your last out in the top of the 6th, taking off his mask for the snag, is now in the box. Has a triple to his name and a hit by pitch followed thereafter. The steal attempt. Will he get there? Kyle Vaughn slides in. The throw wasn't on point. Second baseman Justin Gladfelter wasn't able to make the snag there. And safe is Kyle Vaughn, now standing on second in scoring position after the ball one. Joey Socorro looking to hit big once again. Time called. We'll have time to take a breather here in the press box. And now we're back. Long time no see. 1-0 count, the delivery here. That one, Socorro gets a piece of that. That one sent deep over to left field. Snagged on the warning track. Kyle Vaughn tagging up to third, and he makes it. That one had the distance there, but not enough. That one looked eerily similar to a hit from another man in this lineup, the one with the home run, Jacob Vesco. That one, play at the wall. Left fielder again, Matt Genchow. Now in the box, though, James Quintero. We'll see if he can get things going here for the Muckdogs. 2 outs. Kyle Vaughn standing on third. That one fouled off on the first baseline. First strike, 1, 0-1 count. Delivery here. That one sent sky high between right and center. Who's calling it off? It's going to be the center fieldman, and he's going to make the snag. That's going to end the inning here. Center fieldman, Ryotaro Unakata on the snag. And that's going to bring an end to the bottom of the 6th. So we'll head to the top of the 7th here. We have 3 more innings of baseball to be played, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
I'd like to withdraw some muck bucks, please.
Muck bucks?
Realistically, I can't withdraw muck bucks here. But what I can do is do all my banking through Tompkins Bank, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs. I gotta get back to picking up my muck bucks.
Here in Batavia, hard work and community goes hand in hand. That's why the Batavia Muckdogs are a proud partner with Farm Credit East, helping support the people of Western New York grow.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Welcome back, folks, to the top of the 7th. As stated before, 3 innings of baseball left to be played. We have plenty more to offer here on our YouTube broadcast. And fans, we'd like to remind you, this season you have the opportunity to connect with the Muckdogs like never before with exclusive content on our social media platforms. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter for more Batavia Muckdogs content. You can see players, interns, whoever it may be in those content. We try to put a lot of work behind those. Try to make them funny. We hope you guys enjoy. That one, first pitch from Branch, still on the mound. Made his debut in this game just this past inning. A little discussion between Socorro as that one goes behind the head of Socorro. Behind home plate. For ball 1, little discussion between the two guys. Just a little bit of chit-chat. Never hurts. That's going to be the end of their conversation. In the box right now for the Americans, Thomas Marcotte. Marcado, excuse me. Or nope, correction on the correction, Marcotte. Really have to have some correct names on each paper. That one sent foul after the initial strike pitch, so 1-2 count. That's what I get for having his name differently written on my scorecard compared to the roster. It's a T, not an L. apologies there.
Well, Grayson, we got a 1-2 count here. Branch looking for the punch out here. He's set. And with the pitch, line drive pass. Second baseman makes a play on it. Kept it in play. Kept it from being just a single.
So that one, as you said, hit straight back to Branch on the snag with second baseman Braden I. Makes a quick snag, prevents it from leaking out into center field. It's a stand-up single for Thomas Marcotte. Now up to the box, number 15, Matthew Ganchow. Delivery here from Branch. That one going for a strike. So 0-1 count. Marcotte standing out there on first. Showed steal there. As I make the yawn there, as we get later into the day here. But that one goes for a ball. Joey Socorro tried to make the pickoff attempt, throwing it to first. But Marcotte gets back, so nothing changes. 0 outs, 1-1 count. Delivery here from Branch. Sends it to home plate. That one fouled off.
And it hits Socorro. He is shaken up after that play. Coach Skip might walk out to make sure his guy's okay, and he's good. Socorro's ready to go.
Always those foul balls that go straight back towards the catcher. They're never going to feel good. Joey Socorro takes a quick knee. That's all he needs. Shakes it off, and he's ready. Back in action. 1-2 count. No outs. The delivery here, that one. High and tight, but not tight enough. 2-2 count. Branch looking. Delivers. That one gonna be low. We've reached full count. Let me take a look at my script once more. I've reached the end of the page. So, no special saying for this one, except payoff incoming. The delivery. That one, high and over Socorro. It's ball 4. Now 2 on base after the walk. Tom Rohan. Now steps up to the plate. 1 in scoring position. A little discussion between Branch and third baseman Evan Brock.
And Grayson, something to keep eye on. The bullpen is starting to work again. We got one person doing a few practice throws, so maybe in these upcoming at-bats, we might see Branch get pulled if the situation gets tough.
The delivery here. Showed bunt. Doesn't get it. Throw over to second. It's too high. That one's going out in the center field. Recovered by Jalen David. The slide back attempt from Thomas Marcotte. Marcotte was going. Joey Socorro was ready for that. He didn't commit to the run to third base after the clean catch, after the shown bunt. It was ball 1. The throw overhead of Miles Manel, but at the same time, Jalen David's there. Because Marcotte slid, he was not prepared to go 3, so no one moves. That bunt goes foul. And you can hear that one maybe on the mic. That one clangs off the overhead. But I was going to add on to you, Jarrett, is the fact that both bullpens have pitchers warming up. Man on first, man on second to remind you. No outs, 1-1 count. Delivery from Branch. That one showed bunt, and that's a hit by pitch on the inside. That one's not going to feel good. That one bypasses all arm, shoulder protection, and wrist protection. A little discussion between Branch and his players.
Well, now Coach Skip is coming out. Well, they're also checking on the player just to make sure he's okay, and the trainer is coming out.
We do have a check from the trainer. We do remind you that our injury timeouts and reports are brought to you by United Memorial Medical. As they look over Thomas Rohan after the hit by pitch. Again, bypassed all his protection on his arm. That one hit by pitch, so that will load the bases following this. Again, like you said, little discussion, little round of applause from the fans here. A little discussion from Skips and Branch. As you said, player warming up. In the meantime, we do have a special guest in the box here. A little deciding on who wants to take the mic here from one of our interns, and it will be Mad Dog.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I don't know if you guys been watching the game, but it's a really good one so far. But I would just like to say that these two guys, Grayson and Jarrett, have been doing a phenomenal job these past games that they've been broadcasting. So I would drop a like on this live. Subscribe while you're at it, too. And, Mom, I love you.
Well said, Mad Dog, I guess. Our fellow intern, Andrew, would you like to make an appearance? He shakes his head no. You have the chance to make your debut.
Yep, give the people the name and the job, man. Come on. People need to
You're
know
behind the screen
what
more
you
often
are
than not.
doing.
Here's your chance to be on the mic. He says no.
Well, just so you guys know, Andrew is our social media guy. A lot of the videos that you have been seeing for the past few days is done by this man right here. So give him some credit for the job that he's doing.
Again, a lot of movement out there in the bullpen for the Batavia Muckdogs. Still a lot of discussion out on the field. Nothing developing yet. Still treating Thomas Rohan. Here comes an ice pack. We'll see what transpires here. If it'll be a pinch runner or not. I doubt it. But again, never say never.
Yeah, right now it also kind of brings up time to really make the decision. Do you go with Branch and bases loaded, 0 outs? Because now you're giving the pitcher in the Batavia Muckdogs bullpen more time to warm up. We'll see right now if they stick with him or they might call the bullpen.
So a correction on everything. So no hit by pitch. It was ruled a foul ball going off the edge of his bat. So instead of a hit by pitch, we have a substitute pinch hitter for the injured Thomas Rohan. Is that one goes for strike 3, so the quick pinch hitter makes his debut and gets sent straight back to the dugout. There's no flowers for him. We move on. I didn't even get his number or his name. So he's just he doesn't exist. Now in the box, number 27, Justin Gladfelter. So that one goes for an out instead of the hit by pitch. That one sent over to second, dropped, throw to first. It's in time. That posts up the second out. Braden I try to cradle it in. Doesn't get the snag, but does get the cradle. So 2 outs quickly following that long break from baseball play. That one going down will advance the runners to second and third. 2 runners in scoring position. The leading runner at the plate. Swing and a miss, number 17, Logan Stickler. So 0-1 count, 2 out. Deal here, that one. Gonna go for registered strike, 0-2. 2 outs, Branch, 1 strike away from escaping the jam. Delivery here, that one fouled off first baseline. And to correct the pinch hitter for the Americans, can confirm that is what I believe I saw as the number, but didn't want to say it until I was 100% factual. 24, Miguel Salcido. So his 1 attempt at the plate. That one sent towards Branch, isn't able to make the snag. Second baseman Braden Ayes, and he's going to make the play at first. It remains scoreless for the Muckdogs, and they're still hyped up, ready to keep things going. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Again, they'll be hitting. There's plenty of more baseball still to come from the Muckdogs. Again, I'll say it one last time for the pinch hitter. Coming in for Tom Rohan, number 9, the catcher for tonight, was number 24, Miguel Salcido, infielder, and the sophomore for Niagara Falls Americans. Right now, if you're able to hear from the ambient mic, which again, we apologize for the earlier inconvenience, has been cutting in and out for tonight's game. Make sure to try to get that fixed up for you guys in the coming 2 games here, but at the same time, we are experiencing the singing of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. As stated before by myself as a Red Sox fan, I much prefer Sweet Caroline as the go-to, but I guess this will work for the fans here as tradition.
Yeah, right now I haven't really been paying attention to that because right now we are seeing both coaches kind of like meet together with a player that got hit by the pitch with the trainer. Would be nice to really know like what's going on in these situations, especially with him coming back to talk to the trainer.
We'll see how it goes for him. He's got his backpack, so that might be the end of the night. For again, number 9, catcher Tom Rohan. We'll see who he potentially gets replaced by if he is replaced for the remainder of the game. Now, if you turn your attention to the mound, there was the guy in the bullpen that I was trying to scope out with my binoculars. Wasn't able to get him the focus, but now they work. Number 41, Porter Slatery. Left-handed pitcher standing at 6'4", 195 pounds, junior in college. He makes his debut for tonight's game.
Yeah, he's also a lefty pitcher now. Might change the kind of like eyes of the Batavia Muckdogs, as all they've seen today has been right-handed pitchers.
Like you said, we'll see if that's able to put a little wrench in the Muckdogs' plans to extend this lead, give them more of a comfortable breathing room heading into the final 2 innings of baseball. But before those final 2 get started, we have the bottom of the 7th to wrap things up. Now opening for the Muckdogs here in the batter's box will be Jacob Vesco. Right now on the night has a walk and a strikeout to his name in his 2 plate appearances. Again, as clarified, Tom Rohan has been replaced for tonight. Jacob Vesco will stand in the box to lead things off for the bottom of the 7th. We'll see what he's able to show here. Thank you, fellow intern Andrew. Swing and a miss for Vesco for strike number 1. If you 0-1 count. That one fouled off down the first baseline. Behind me actively are 2 active interns. Wanting a face cam is number 00, Mad Dog. What number? Do you have a number yet? Number 0. Okay, just number 0. 0-2 count after the foul ball. Delivery. That one outside behind the past the catcher. The Muckdogs, in terms of walks, we've seen plenty of those as well as hit by pitches. In terms of rest of the league, that one delivered outside. What's their name? Excuse me. That one outside for full count. Have 24 walks for them. Falling for 7th most in the league in hit by pitches. That's 2nd, and that's most likely going to increase with 11 prior to today's game. That's ball 4. So Vesco avoids being down in the count 0-2. Is able to take a free base after 4 straight baseballs that weren't able to find over home plate. And here comes a pinch runner in for Vesco. That is number 20. Glenn Brooks out there now standing on first base.
And Grayson, remember, Glenn Brooks has 7 stolen bases on this team right now, the most with the Batavia Muckdogs. Maybe this is a sign that they might be stealing some bags to try to get another run in this game.
I'd be shocked if that wasn't the case. Like you said, good for 7 stolen bases, only caught once. Again, left-handed pitcher. Shows bunt, that one behind. And forget a challenge stolen base. With a wild pitch. Glenn Brooks now stands on second. I was going to say, given the left-handed pitcher situation for Niagara Falls, maybe we would have seen something different from Porter Slatery. Maybe a pickoff attempt here or there, but doesn't even get a chance. Wild pitch is going to advance Glenn Brooks.
Now the catcher's going up to the pitcher to kind of like talk about the situation right now. He's not really found the zone yet. So trying to bring him in to kind of explain what the goal is right now. It's probably a good sign for the Niagara Americans. The stare down from Slatery. Sends this one home, shows bunt once more. The
steal attempt from Glenn Brooks. He doesn't even need a slide. He stands up, and he's safe. Just like that, 1-2. He's on third. Like you said, Jarrett, you mentioned wouldn't be surprised, and that's almost an understatement here. Pitch, that one outside, opposite batter's box. So 3-0 count quickly here. And that one, ball 4. As quoted by Mad Dog up here in the box, see ya. So now with that walk from Miles Manel, he stands on first. Jacob Vesco got the walk. Glenn Brooks, pinch runner, standing on third. We've reached the top of the batting order. Jayla David, here's the steal attempt from Miles Manel. Psyched me out was the catcher trying to pick him off, and he doesn't even get the throw off. So 1-out count. Delivery home. That one sent over to right field. It's sharp. The tag up here from Glenn Brooks. He's going to slide in. Gets by the catcher. And that's one more for your Batavia Muckdogs. The tag up is good from Glenn Brooks. Sliding into home. The pitch, or excuse me, not the pitch, but the throw home. Off the mark behind the catcher. Miles Manel now on third.
And Grayson, those situations right there, you don't need a perfect hit. You just need a hit in the outfield to advance a runner. And that is what Jalen David did perfectly.
So now that's 1 out after the flyout. Jalen David, almost a drop pitch there. Again, one thing for the catching position for the Americans after the injury to Tom Rohan. It's now instead number 2, Mitchell Kenuel. That one makes the count 1-1. That one over the plate. 1-2. But the factor of changing the catching position changes off the chemistry with your pitcher, and not only that, but rhythm and timing. Trying to pick off these many stolen bases so far from the Muckdogs. As you saw, he was able to overthrow one. Wasn't on target. Swing and miss, and that's strike 3. So that's the second out for Luke Rubisky. Evan Brock now up to bat. Third baseman for tonight has a walk, a single, a fly out to his name. Trying to bring in his brother and teammate, Miles Manel. That one outside. Good catch by the catcher. Make sure that one doesn't register as a wild pitch. Again, as I was saying, that's going to throw off rhythm. Trying to pick off runners. We'll see how long that plays into effect. Throw here, that's swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1 count. That one, gonna snag the box. 1-2 is your count. And Brock trying to keep this inning alive. That one fouled off, so we'll see at least one more. So again, Miles Manel on third. The delivery, that one outside, 2-2. Again, as mentioned before, quite a fan turnout here tonight, and that still stands true heading into the, or currently in the bottom of the 7th. Delivery here, that one way outside. So full count is where we stand. Trying to avoid putting one man on for free. The delivery here for the payoff. That one sent over to left field. It's going to get down. It's at the warning track. And that brings in one. Evan Brock towards second, and that's a stand-up double for Evan Brock. Adds one more to your Batavia Muckdogs score. 4-0 is it now.
Yeah, and Grayson, to be honest, I was really expecting to see Niagara maybe try to go for a bullpen arm, trying to see somebody warm up. And right now, I can't see anybody. They're going to try to stick with him until he gets out of this.
You are right. No one's warming up right now. They do have players standing in there, but no one in there. And we have a pinch hitter coming up. Evan Brock, just discussing with first base coach. Almost had me, that being Trent. Coach Trent out there.
Coach Trent could probably swing the bat.
I would think so, given the fact that he's coming from local Genesee Community College. Coaching there and playing at Niagara Community College himself. So, long history for baseball for him, so I'd be surprised if he couldn't. But now, in the box is your pinch hitter, number 52. Brian Johnson. That one going for ball one. Substituting in for Jalen Roque. One-0 count, 2 outs. Delivery here, and the steal attempt. Does he get there? He does! He gets under the tag. Evan Brock advances. He now stands on third. 1-1 count for Brian Johnson, though. Brian Johnson standing at 6'1", 185-pound freshman catcher from TNXL Academy. Since graduating, Johnson has competed in the South Florida Collegiate Baseball League, where he has totaled 1 home run, 8 hits, 10 runs scored across 38 appearances. That one registering his strike, so 1-2 count. Hailing from the Bahamas. So far from home is he up here in upstate New York. 1-2 count, 2 outs. The delivery here, that one outside. The catcher stumbles. Evan Brock standing up, running it in. That's one more for the Muckdogs, and they keep them coming in bunches. 3 runs scored for the bottom of the 7th, totaling it to 5. 5-0 as it stands. And the Muckdogs trying to run away with things now. Still no one in the bullpen. Actively warming up for the Americans. Delivery here, and that one outside once more, so we've reached full count. Payoff incoming. As stated before, I read the end of my script there for this kind of situation, so. How about you do some intern work and go write me a script, Andrew? That one. Ball 4. That's gonna be a walk. Well, Andrew, you have the chance to hop on the mic here and do a little clap back, but what was? Delivery here, and that one going to go inside. Doesn't catch the box. Number 22, Kyle Vaughn now at the plate. 3 hit by pitches for him. Let's see if he can avoid getting a quick Amazon delivery of a baseball. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count now. Looks like so far he'll avoid that for now. The delivery here. We have the steal attempt. That one off the mark, and he's safe. Jalen Roque using the wheels there. Throw from the catcher towards the left side. Or excuse me, Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson reading off the wrong name as he came in as your pinch hitter. On the correction there is me. 1-2 count. That one swing and a miss. And that's going to wrap things up for the bottom of the 7th for the 3rd out here. Score remains 5-0 as the Muckdogs add on 3 here. Now Niagara Falls Americans looking to make an impact. Jarrett, we've reached 2 innings left of baseball. Asked you this just an inning ago, but things have changed since then. What do you expect? What do you want to see for either team or both? Give me your thoughts.
I'm expecting a really good close opportunity, smooth sailing. Right now the pitchers have had the full control of this game with the keeping runners in scoring positions, away, punch outs. They've been doing the job well right now. Now you got run support to really keep your team in this game. All they got to do now is just finish their job.
You couldn't be more correct. Looking at the scoreboard here. Again, Muckdogs lead 5-0, putting up 2 in the bottom of the 3rd, 3 more in the bottom of the 7th. Nothing for the Niagara Falls Americans. They have had the chance, leaving plenty of runners out there on the bases, but still nothing has gone their way in terms of bringing any of those fellow teammates home. So far, they've only recorded 3 hits. Meanwhile, the Muckdogs they have 4 to their name. Correction on that. No errors for either team, so they've played clean baseball. But right now, looking out on the mound for the Muckdogs, as I was just getting some correction for some movement within the outfield for the Muckdogs. Kyle Vaughn was once out at left field. Now standing is Glenn Brooks. Now moving left field to right field is Kyle Vaughn. So replaced is Jacob Vesco in right field. And as well on the mound is our new pitcher for tonight. We'll get that fixed away in just one moment. That one goes for ball 1. That being number 47 in his first appearance for the Muckdogs. Or not, excuse me, not number 47. 27. That would make a lot more sense given the position read on my chart. Landon Stoddard, right-handed pitcher.
Stoddard.
Thank you for the correction there, Jarrett. Stoddard. That one sent straight back to him. On the snag, Manel throws it first, and that one gets by. And that one is lost in the netting. That's going to be a free base for the runner. So he did go to second, but that's where he will stand given the fact that it went out of play at first. So he'll stand at second. Great snag by Miles Manel there. Almost had it just off the mark. Two behind first baseman James Quintero on the throw. The delivery here. That one goes for ball one. We've reached the top of the lineup for the Americans. Anthony Savino is back in the box. Strikeout and 2 outs to his name. 1-0 count. Delivers that one towards the dirt. Ball two. Stoddard, standing at 6'1", 170-pound freshman right-handed pitcher from Alfred State. Stoddard appeared in 4 games for the Pioneers, logging only 3 innings. He is young in his newly started collegiate career, so plenty of development coming from him. That one going for ball number 3, 3-0 count. Delivery here, that one going to catch the box, 3-1. Delivery here, that one, swing and a miss. Felt the breeze from up here, 3-2, full count. Delivery here, that one outside, ball 4. Now put runner on first and second now.
And now we have Coach Grant walking over to the mound. Maybe we'll see a bullpen change, because we got somebody warming up over at the home clubhouse. Not sure what the number or the player is. Can't really see it with the binoculars.
We give him a test, but Ryotaro Munakata is out there on second right now in scoring position for the Americans, trying to get the first run in for this team. Given the fact that it's 5-0, they need any runs they can get. On second, Anthony Savino. Like you said, Jarrett, there is a pitcher out there in the bullpen. Me right now, a play-by-play of me attempting to use binoculars is not boding well, as I can't see him behind the picnic cover over in the picnic area. Derek Gasmondi is now in the box. Designated hitter for tonight. A walk and 2 outs. That one goes for a strike. So the discussion from Coach Grant may be paying off quickly here. That one sent between short and third. And everyone is held up for a quick single, so we've reached bases loaded. Is able to get by the gap between short and third. Picked up by now the left fieldman, Glenn Brooks. Cooper Ruel now in the box. Gets the strike recorded there. 0-1 count. That one makes it 1-1. Bases are loaded. Muckdogs trying to avoid letting the Americans get back in this game. That one sent high over to right field. Expect the tag up. There it is. No, they don't send him home. He stays. That one stays in shallow territory over in right field. So that posts up. 1 out right now. Muckdogs keeping it clean so far. On that play now, Kyle Vaughn made the shift over to right field after Glenn Brooks substituted in for Jacob Vesco. Glenn Brooks now positioned in left field. Pitch here, that one sent over shallow. Miles Manel on the snag, able to just hold it, and that's 1 run brought in for the Americans. That one just a high one within the infield. Had no time to allow anyone to get underneath it, though. Badil Santos on that hit. Thomas Marcotte now coming in for the Americans. He is the tying run now at the plate as the score now sits 5-1, bases loaded. Delivery here, that one inside for ball number 1. 1-0 is the count. One out situation for the Muckdogs. That one doesn't go for it, and that one's low. 2-0. That one registers as a strike. 2-1 count. That one can't find the connection with the bat. Stoddard. Excuse me. Stoddard. That one hits the dirt. We've reached full. Stoddard trying to ring up another strike. The deal here. That one sent high within the infield. James Quintero gets that. That's the second out here. Stoddard getting help from his teammates. Deal here. That one sent over into foul territory. Isn't in play from James Quintero. No, that's in the bleachers. That one's gonna go for strike 1 though after the foul ball. Bases stay loaded. Stoddard getting help from his teammates though. In the batter's box for the Americans, Matt Genschow. That one outside, 1-1 count. this one hits the ground, this game becomes a lot closer between the Americans and the Muckdogs. We'll see if it finds glove. Ball number 2, 2-1 count. Ganchow is the tying run at the plate. Trying to avoid catastrophe. That one sent deep, deep left center. Who's got it? And that one's going to hit the grass. Picked up by Jalen David. He's throwing this one. Miles Manell on the connection. Holds it there. 1, 2, 3 in for the Americans. And we have ourselves a game. And here comes Skips out to the mound. The double from Ganchow makes this game 1-run difference. And there's the bullpen change from the bullpen call. Out is Stoddard. Stoddard. I'm working on that. He gets his round of applause, though, from the crowd here. But now the fans will turn to their new pitcher tonight. Being number 15, Garrett Beaver. Garrett Beaver, standing at 6'3", 200-pound senior right-handed pitcher from Salisbury University. This past season, Beaver made 12 appearances for the Seagulls, posting a 2.12 ERA across 17 innings with 11 strikeouts. Garrett Beaver has not made an appearance so far this season, and they're going to need him here, though. Situation now sits 2 outs, score 4-5, a runner on second. That being Matt Ganchow. From the double, bringing in all 3 teammates that stood on first, second, and third. The warm-ups come to a close. Now in the box. Number 2, Mitchell Canuel. After the injury earlier in this game to Tom Rohan, he is now the new hitter in his spot. That one goes for a strike. A 1 count, 2 outs, 2 strikes away from keeping the Americans out of this game a little bit further for 1 more inning. That one gets the box, catches the edge, 0-2. 1 more is what the fans want to see here. Delivery here, that one, swing and a miss. Comes in, light work from Beaver. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. That's a strikeout swinging. And the Muckdogs hang on to their lead, 5-4. What was comfortable isn't really that comfortable anymore. Heading into the bottom of the 8th, they're going to look to extend things. Jarrett, now I keep coming back to you. Came back to you in the 6th. Came to you at the 7th, and now I feel like I have to do at least 1 more bit here, given the fact that it changed from 5-0 to 5-4. What do you have for me?
Yeah, Grayson, we're seeing like a big momentum shift right now. Obviously, when they got bases loaded, they were able to cash in on it and get those runners in. Now they have all the momentum with only a one-run game. Right now, Batavia needs to get some runners in scoring position and then hopefully get a few more runs, a little more insurance runs to not only shift this momentum back to them, but to give their closer an easy ride in today's game.
We'll see if they can continue that. But here at Batavia, remember fans, Muckdogs game is a great way to entertain a group for the evening. Now we are able to offer fundraisers tailored to your group needs. For all group information, please contact the Muckdogs office at 585-524-2260 to reserve your package today. There's the Sweet Caroline I was talking about earlier, Jarrett.
It's got the whole crowd going right now singing the Sweet Caroline.
I think they may have overheard me. That's the reason they're playing it. It's just because of me. It's all about me in the end, if you really think about it. No. Mad Dog, I promise you I'll give you a face cam at some point in the season. Maybe when we can get a new webcam, given the fact that I think it died out on us today. It bugged out. Gave us double audio for when I thought it was off. Came back to life for an inning. Gave the viewers maybe an unwelcoming opening to this. Unfortunately, we were able to correct that. Again, we were able to fix that. Now, on the mound, number 28 for the Americans to close things out, Marcus Castellon. Castellon has not made an appearance so far this season. He'll be closing things out, though. And his first pitch goes for a strike against the batter, Braden I. That one cracked foul. That one, after the foul, makes it 0-2 count here. Again, Batavia fans getting loud, trying to be impactful for this game, which they have been for the past 8 innings. That one sent over to center field. Won't get down in time. It's shallow enough. Reached by the second baseman. It does not hit the grass. Instead, finds the glove. Justin Gladfelter. So fly out there. No good. Joey Socorro. Big bat for tonight. Having the triple in his first at-bat. Since then, hit by pitch and a flyout. A little discussion between pitcher and catcher for the Americans. Joey Socorro, though, looking to repeat what he did earlier. 1 out. Fresh count. That one catches the low end of the box for strike 1. Steps off, decides to say time. Just more discussions between the catcher and pitcher. I don't know what possibly they could you chatting about now? Girls?
I have no idea.
Who knows? Maybe they thought a fan that caught their eye in this in the Dwyer Stadium today. That one goes for a ball. 1-1 count. Delivery here. That one doesn't catch the box. 2-1. Most likely, in actuality, of what they were describing was a script for this at bat. Knowing Joey Socorro can hit deep, instead of trying to get some signals, just go with a simple game plan. That one, game plan, is not being effective. 3-1 count. We'll see if they give this one over the plate for Socorro. That one, no, that's in the dirt. Socorro tosses the bat aside and takes his base. James Quintero now in the box once more.
And right now, Grayson, we are seeing the pitching coach go over to the mound. The thing is, though, is that they don't have any pitchers warming up right now. So I think it just might be like a little talking to let them know what the script is.
I would say he's their closer, but again, no stats for Castellion on the stat sheet from the one game played. No pitcher right now in that previous game logged more than a full 2 innings. So I couldn't tell you exactly who their closer was for that. And again, like you said, no one warming up. There's players just standing over the fence. So pinch runner for Joey Socorro, Landon Hugh, now out on first base. James Quintero, still the man in the box. Like he said, no one in the bullpen, so I don't think they have any other arms to rely on for tonight. Castellion will probably have to finish this one in. That one inside, almost catching or grazing James, but we'll see if he can find ball to bat. 1-0. That one fouled over to the right field, and that one's in the bullpen. Off, or more back in play off the ricochet. Does that count, Jarrett?
I don't think it does, but that would have been a really nice swing if it was fair.
I would have had plenty of distance. That ball gets sent back out to a fan over on the visitor side. We'll see another pitch. That one, the steal from Hugh. And it's in time. They get the tag, and Landon has to trot back to the dugout. That makes it 2 outs, and the count is 2-1. Unfortunate play for the Muckdogs. Americans catch Hughes stealing that one. High and not near the box. 3-1. That one sent over between right and center. Finds the gap. James turning towards second. No, he's held up at first. Well, that's a single for James. One man on. That's James Quintero on first. Now coming up to bat, number 20, Glenn Brooks. came into play left field, replacing Jacob Vesco. That one inside. Does a little Michael Jackson lean to get out of the way of that ball. Saw the movie. It was great, if you were wondering. Pitch here. That one. Sound over to right field. It's sharp. It's going to get down. James going towards third. Glad towards second. And that's a double on the slide in. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Batavia. And right now, it comes to the shoulders of Miles Manel to bring in his teammates and expand the lead from just 1. Again, no one in the bullpen.
And Grayson, I'm really wondering now if this is just they're all out of arms, and the pitcher that's in right now is the only option that they have for this game.
It's what I got to assume. Like I mentioned before, no one in their last game, again, that only being their solo game to start the season, 5 pitchers made face. That one high, 1-1 count.
And he also slipped and fell a little bit right there.
That one, no good, 2-1 count. But again, 5 pitchers made face. The only repeats being Porter Slatery and Jackson Lerner. Both of which were the only ones who pitched 1 innings. Or 1 innings worth. Excuse me. That one, no good as well, 3-1 count. Could have bases loaded scenario if this is ball 4. We'll see what Miles Manel is dealt. Again, 2 outs, trying to bring in extra lead. That one, swing and a miss. We've reached full count. I'll say it one more time. Let's go gambling. The payoff pitch incoming. Crowd getting into it. Ken Miles, C7s. Swing and miss. That's strike 3. Americans keep it within 1. 2 men left stranded to end the inning. Right now, we head to the top of the 9th, where the Muckdogs look to close things out in a highly contested game. It wasn't before. For a whole empty 7 innings from the Americans. They woke up in the 8th, scoring 4. So far, it's unanswered. Muckdogs staying in the lead with a batch of 2 and 3, both from the bottom of the 3rd and 7th accordingly. Niagara right now, though, has the hot bat. Haven't seen them since. 4 runs unanswered.
And Grayson, it looks like they're keeping in Beaver for this save opportunity. He's got a 1-run lead to play with right now. All he needs is 3 outs to get this save.
He did go 1, 2, 3 in terms of pitches and was able to secure a strikeout in his 1 batter face so far when he was placed in to a jam. Or excuse me, to close out, left 1 runner on, that being on second to finish off the 8th inning. But right now, they're going to rely on Beaver to end things here. Like I said, went 1, 2, 3. They're hoping he can count to 9, and that would be it. We would not have to see the Muckdogs show up once more. There's no promises here. We have at least some more baseball to be played. And that first pitch we've seen from Beaver is a hit by pitch. So right there, Justin Gladfelter with the hit by pitch is now on first. So the leading run comes up to the plate. Logan Stickler, the extra hitter for tonight. He now has the control of the game here. Beaver shaking off that pitch. Again, crowd staying late for this one. It's been a long game. The delivery here, that one. Low inside, that one. Goes for ball number 1. Looking to deliver is Beaver. That one fouled off. Hits himself off the foul ball. That'll be a little bit of a wake-up.
That's another player also getting hit in the back. We're seeing a lot of players getting hit in the back today.
You are correct. A lot of those going to Kyle Vaughn. 2 of them being straight to his back. 1 of them being another hit by pitch, that being 3. That swing and miss. 1-2 count now. Beaver looking to put him away. We'll see if he can. 1-2 count. Stare down from Beaver. Steps off, throws this one to first. Little reminder. No good on the pickoff. Beaver now looking to send this one over the home plate. He does. That one fouled off behind us. Count remains 1-2. Fans making their own chirps. Heard multiple today, varying in many different ways. Delivery. Outside, 2-2 count. Fans continue to chirp. Delivery here, that one. Throw off to second. Did he get under the tag? He does. Gladfelter on the steal is going to be successful. Just avoiding the tag. And he now stands on second. We've reached full count. See if Beaver can deliver Amazon Prime. No. It's a walk. Right now we have 2 on, no outs. After that, man on first, man on second. And we have a pinch hitter for the Americans. Being number 3, Dominic Zangardi. Replacing number 33, Ryotaro Munakata. Zangardi. Looking to bring his teammates home to tie this up. The pitch here, that one, going for a strike one, 0-1. Batavia just trying to hold on, avoid what happened a game ago. They led heading into the top of the 9th. Jamestown was able to tie it, send it into the 10th, and win by 1 run, 7-6. That one goes for a ball, 1-1 count. Zangardi Did make a start last game. Appeared one in his one appearance. Well, that would be obvious as that. The deal there. That one goes for a strike. Rings it again. 1-2. Zangardi, 5 at-bats. 1 hit, 1 run. A triple, that being noble RBIs to his name. 3 total bases. Again, coming off the triple. That one chopped over to first. Quintero makes the snag, quickly touches first, and that's the first out here for Batavia. 2 more away. Runners do advance, though, so 2 sit in scoring position. We've reached the top of the lineup. Their 5th appearances for the Americans. Anthony Savino, a strikeout, 2 outs and a walk to his name. As he looks to bring in his 2 teammates who are in scoring position on 2nd and 3rd. Swing and a miss on the inside pitch. That's strike 1. 0-1 count. That one, swing and a miss. 0-2. Beaver trying to make this another 3 pitches. Won't find it there. That one outside, 1-2 count as it stands. Deals. Swing and a miss. That is the 2nd out. 1 more. Batavia coming alive here. You can hear them, you can feel them. The stands are loud. They're packed. Derek Gasmondi relies on him to keep things going. First deal. Over the plate, strike 1. Beaver trying to close things out here. Can he do it is the question. Deals. That one registered outside. Count moves 1-1. Again, 2 outs. 2 runners in scoring position on 2nd and 3rd. Beaver winds up. Stare down at 2nd. Delivers. That one over the plate. Letting that one go by. 1-2 count. 1 strike away. Is Batavia.
Grayson, the fans are loving it. We got some stomping going.
Here we go. The pitch. Delivers. Oh. No. Doesn't get it. 2-2 count. Dismay to everyone here. We'll see it once more. Can we get it here on camera? Delivers. Sent over to 3rd. Picked up. Throw. Take a picture. Good night. Batavia takes home the win. 5-4 is your final score. Hanging on are the Muckdogs, lasting it out to the end. Evan Brock on that snag, throws it to Quintero off the short chopped hit, and that will bring an end to everything. Again, repeating, your final score being 5-4. In your Batavia Muckdogs' favor, they take home a much-needed win. They now jump out to a record of 3-2. Beaver credited with the save. And here, final box score. Batavia doesn't need to see the bottom of the ninth. 5-4 total runs. 7 hits, 4. 7 runs for Niagara. They move to an 0-2 record. Batavia gets above 500. They're now sitting at 3-2. Only error being off the throw to second base. But other than that, you can see right now down on the field, Skip's talking to his guys. Again, much needed win. Jarrett, I'll hand it over to you for any last remarks that you have about this game.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the pitch in this game. Mason Davey had 5 innings that was absolutely dominant. And then the bullpen did their job. Had a little bit of a hiccup in the top of the ninth, but in the bottom of the ninth, Beaver coming in to make that save. It's a good win for the Batavia Muckdogs. Way to get back in the win column as they get ready for their next 2 games on Saturday and Sunday.
That is the final score between the Batavia Muckdogs, Niagara Falls Americans. They have plenty more games coming up, though. 2 back-to-back, one Saturday, one Sunday. So, again, plenty more baseball here at Dwyer Stadium and away. So you'll be able to have to catch those on the broadcast here on YouTube. Again, we'll show you that schedule panel one final time coming up. Hosting Buffalo tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. on the road at Olean. 4 p.m. on Sunday, 2-day break, followed by a 12-game stretch, starting off visiting Olean once more, 6:30. Jamestown, 6:30 on Thursday. Buffalo hosting. 6:30 on Friday, hosting Newark. 6:30 on Saturday and hosting Niagara. 4:05 on Sunday. So again, plenty of games home and away. After that Sunday, we'll see our team, the Batavia Muckdogs, on the road, much more. But until then, we thank you for joining this broadcast. Thank you for sticking with us to the end. And again, your Batavia Muckdogs take home the final win, 5-4. An outstanding win that puts them at 3-2 on the season. Again, my name is Grayson Natale. Alongside me, color commentator Jarrett Campbell. We thank you for joining us. Everyone, have a good night.